to How I Spent the Apocalypse Winter Edition. Okay, so you can see we got a fire going. Okay, we were low on firewood. This is what I'm going to tell you a couple of things today. But my friend put in a brand new bowling alley and billiards place in Fort Smith, and I got a lot of pallets. Like a lot. So we've been burning pallets. I've been knocking them down, keeping the really good stuff, because, you know, I can't part with that, and then burning the rest. So that's what we're making our heat with. So I'm going to show you a couple of other ways that you can say, fuck you, Mr. Corporation Man. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go milk, and there's a couple of things I want to show you, you know, that we're doing to also say, fuck you, Mr. Corporation Man. And why am I especially feeling that this time of year? Because it's the holiday season. It's the holiday. Take a deep breath, people. I'm going to teach you something. All the stuff in the department stores and Walmart, it's all crap. You're going to buy it for your families. It's going to cost you more money than you have. You're going to go into hock up to your fucking lily-white asses and above your head. And next year, it's all going to be in a landfill filling our goddamn air with toxic crap. Or you could buy them shit they really need. My son and my grandson, knowing that we were low on firewood because I didn't have time to get it because of all the shit and that I was tearing apart fucking pallets for wood, brought me 3 ricks of wood. They didn't have to do anything but elbow grease. Quite a bit of elbow grease. They didn't have to do anything but elbow grease. Didn't cost them any money. And I have 3 wicks of wood. Best Hanukkah present ever! Alright? So, that's one way. You know what I got them for Hanukkah? Groceries. Price of groceries are up here. People are having trouble making ends meet. You all know where your families are right now because you know where you are. Buy them groceries. Buy them non-perishable food items that you know they eat. What a great gift is that? And it's not going to wind up in the landfill. It'll wind up in the sewer treatment plants. So, win-win. All right, so why don't I make more of these? Because I get distracted and it causes me to make mistakes. I got all the way to the milk. You hear that? Hear that? Now they're quiet. There you go. They're screaming, hollering, and yelling because one of them got all the way in the milk room and I forgot to get feed. But I don't want to give them a whole bag of feed because this afternoon we're moving them. So I'm going to have to get a little bit of the feed out of here. So meanwhile, they're going to start. So that's why. Because you people distract me. At any rate. Yes, these are 50-pound bags of feed. Get the hell out.
Maya. Go, Maya. Good doggy. No, go.
Tell, Zeb's our cameraman today. Although some of you have told me when Zeb does the cameraman, he kind of makes you sick to your stomach. I don't care because I think he's good at it. All right. That's enough. They don't need to see me do all of this.
The goat loves me. His name is Al. I raised him from whenever he was a baby. Yeah, I saved your life. That's right. Yeah, we had to save him. He's so cute, though. Such a big asshole, and he's got piss all over him, but he's very cute.
You got it on? Turn it on.
I got it on.
Take a picture of him. Watch him.
I am.
Did you get him?
Yeah, I got it. That was really funny.
I told you so. Okay, so the other thing I've been doing, because this was all the hay I was able to put up because of the drought, which I only have 3 goats, so that's quite a bit of hay, but it's not enough to just give them as much as I want to give them. And you can see after all the cold weather and everything, we don't have a lot of pasture. Getting ready to move them to the other pasture, but in the meantime, they trimmed the pine trees down below, and I've been going down and getting them. Now I'm turning them over. You can see they've decimated these. See, look at that. That's what's left. So that's another thing you can do to like stretch your hay. Okay, and we used to go and get, after people would throw their trees away from Christmas, we would go and pick up all those trees. But then people started putting chemicals in the bottoms of their trees to keep them from wilting and turning brown and stuff. And I don't know whether that stuff's toxic to the animals or not. And neither does anybody else, because nobody's done a study on it. Because why would they? There's no money to be made. So if you have a friend and you know they didn't feed their tree that, you can give that to your goat. Yeah, that's Al.
And the
Al
chicken
his
fighting.
Chicken fighting over the feed.
What's the chicken's name?
His name? He doesn't have a name.
Well, that's Henry II, I guess.
Okay, there you go.
No, Doodle died, didn't he?
Yeah, Doodle.
Oh, crap. What's his name gonna be?
I don't know, you can name him. You're the one who usually names.
His name is Clucky.
Clucky. Okay.
Clucky and Al.
It's Clucky now. Okay. Clucky now, or his
Clucky
name is
and
Clucky?
Al.
Clucky and Al, okay.
Al's Al's name, and then Clucky is Clucky's name.
Okay, well,
Clucky
turn it
and
off.
Al,
You're
they're
gonna
best
run
friends.
out the battery in the...
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoa, I have the camera thingy on. Sorry. I had the camera lens on.
Oh, okay. You ready?
Yep, it's on.
Okay. Can't get good help these days. Okay, so what was one of the other wonderful things that my son, the genius, did for us for Hanukkah? We have to strain milk every day. And these rivets, because it wasn't riveted, it had a little spot welt, had come off the strainer. And this, you can see that's a really fine mesh strainer. It's hard to get that. So I had taken it, turned it around, put it over here, and wired it together to make it work by using the end of the thing that it hung to, and then just putting wire through there. Well, my son, the genius, saw that. He took it and fixed it. So, there you go. What a great present. I think about it every time we strain milk now. Well, that's better some plastic bullshit that I'm going to put in the landfill next year. So, screw that. There you go. And
What does straining the milk do?
Yeah, see, you can see all those little particles and little pieces of hair. Nobody wants that shit. So, yeah. Anyway, turn it off. So, this is our skeleton owl. This is what I often show this to Al and say, if you don't quit butting me, this is what you're going to look like. At any rate, this owl is able to answer questions of life. And I'm sure he's going to answer this one exactly the way some of you are answering it right now. How do you feel about the holiday season, Al?
I got a question to ask him after this.
You do?
I got a really good question.
Okay.
Hey, Al, what is your opinion on the socioeconomic state of the world right now?
He's never wrong!
Dude, he's so smart. Oh, really? Oh, that's very good. Turn it off now. Now it's on.
Has been super cold for months now. We had an early freeze. But as you can see, in these raised beds and all in the garden and around the edges and stuff, there's still lots of green. Well, there's not any green in the chicken yard right now. So, because they've eaten it all down. So,
And they shit on it.
And they shit on it. Well, they don't care about that. But, so what you can do with your chickens to keep them, my chickens are still laying. And the way I keep them laying is I give them greens all winter. Because I can usually, even after a polar vortex, I still found greens to give the chickens. As you can see, we have some crops that we can still eat. A little bit of the kale made it, a little bit of that early freeze did in my fall garden, except for these plants. The Swiss chard, as you can see, took damage, but it's still alive and it's still producing. Same with some of the kale and stuff. It took damage. In fact, I had dinosaur kale here and it killed all of it. That kale is still alive. But yeah, so we get some greens. The greens trick the chickens into thinking it's still spring or something, and so they keep laying.
Something like that.
Yeah, and I also put light in the big chickens. I have light. Okay, that's turned off now. We're getting...
You're on.
All right, so now you're thinking, oh, he got you wood. But all of the giant forest that must have been destroyed so that you can have this wood.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Okay, this wood that he cut up for me, and he also cut some for his shop, right?
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, so this wood that my son cut for Hanukkah for us, his neighbor had sold some timber. And so they knock the trees down and they take the trunks and then they leave everything there just in a giant mess. And so he was more than happy to have Meyer come and cut part of it up for firewood so that he didn't have a huge mess. So, win-win-win. Okay, that's good enough. You might be saying to yourself, which I'm sorry if you're all alone in the world like that, but you might be saying to yourself, now, a couple of 3 ricks of firewood is a perfectly good present for an old woman who burns wood. But what about us? What about kids? Kids don't want any firewood. They don't want any groceries. Here's the thing, people. If you haven't totally spoiled your freaking kids, you can go to Dollar Tree, spend $10 and buy them some stuff so that they have something to open, so they have something in their stockings. There's no excuse to spend more money than you can afford. There's no joy in being in hock. Mankind, why do you think that there are all these different holidays from all these different societies and all these different cultures stuck right in the middle of wintertime?
It's because it's dark and sad.
Exactly. It's the coldest, darkest time of the year. And so especially ancient man was looking to put some joy back into it. And they needed these big feasts because they needed that to keep them warm. They needed the food. So that's why. It wasn't to create more stress, people. They did it to take some of the stress off them. To show, hey, we got this good stuff going on. Let's look at the things they decorated with, people. Were they expensive? They decorated with trees and holly. Stuff that anybody could get their hands on.
Oh, by the way, if you don't know what hawk is, I know she's been saying this a lot, and not a lot of people know what that means. If you haven't figured it out by now, that's debt. That hawk means debt.
Being in hawk means debt. Everybody knows that!
I didn't know that.
Oh, you had to look it up?
No, I just heard you say it 1,000 times, and I was like, no, that kind of makes sense. That means dead, I think.
Yeah. But it's like, that all of the stress, all of the tension that this time, you don't want to go visit people you don't want to go visit? Don't visit them. How hard is that? You don't want to go do something you don't want to go do? Don't do it. Don't do it and then get stressed out about it. Just say, I can't do that. Tell them, You know what? Tell them I have a bone in my leg. I can't do that. I can't make it. I can't make it. Oh, one of the kids has dysentery.
Or you can get a dog and name it Grandma. So that way, every time that somebody asks you, hey, can you come do this? It's like, no, I'm with Grandma, and you won't be lying. There you go.
He stole that from the Great North, but pretty good use of it, though. But anyways, like, and there's a dozen different kids. You're looking to get something for your parents. Make them a damn card. Make them a picture. Get a picture of you, and then take construction paper and make a damn frame around it. Parents, you got little bitty kids, you got no money, you don't have the $10 to go to Dollar Tree. Get a bunch of pieces of plastic jugs, cut them into shapes. Not so that your kids can swallow them, though. Don't be stupid. Cut them into shapes. Do something, make some paper stuff. They don't care. But at any rate.
Unless they're super spoiled.
So, yeah, the corporations, right now, everything's higher than a cat's back. Not because they have to be, but because the corporations figured out during the pandemic that they can charge us any price they want and we'll just pay it. So right now, things are higher than a cat's back. People are having trouble making their light bills, and they're spending more money than they have ever spent on the holidays right now as we speak. You want to do you have enough money to give your kids, your adult children, a really great gift? You want to give them a really great gift this year? Pay their light bill, pay their gas bill, something like that. Give them something that they'll actually enjoy. Because there's nothing that we enjoy more than a little less stress. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. It'll be next year. Bye.